Hey folks, and here is the KYN News Medley of the week.
In December of 2021, Nike announced that they had acquired RTFKT Studios, which is a virtual shoe company that makes NFTs and sneakers for the metaverse. Now, what is the metaverse? It is a network of three-dimensional, shared virtual world environments that people can access through the internet and that are made lifelike through the use of virtual reality headsets. It is said to be the future of social connection. Companies like Nike are looking to cash in by selling digital products to online consumers for real money. And now, following their acquisition of RTFKT, they have introduced a line of digital sneakers called Nike Dunk Genesis Crypto Kicks. According to Lad Bible, Nike is offering a range of 20,000 digital shoes, which can be purchased as NFTs using cryptocurrency. More than $14 million in revenue has already been generated on the digital kicks, with crypto holders spending between $10,000 and $12,000 for a pair. However, rare skins that can be bought for a minimum of $3,500 can be applied to the shoe to really enhance the value. In fact, one pair of virtual Nikes sold for $186,000. If you thought that was shocking, wait until you hear about the sneaker skin called Alien that went for a whopping $630,000. You'd think with the amount of money being spent that Nike would at least be sending a physical version of the shoes to the buyers. Nope. These shoes are strictly digital and represents Nike's gamble on virtual fashion as the metaverse expands. But not to worry. If you want to see how you'd look in your latest digital Nikes, a Snapchat filter has been created that will let you do just that. Hopefully the creation of high-priced metaverse clothing doesn't lead to the creation of metaverse mugging and burglary.
The Mirror reports that a 25-year-old mother-to-be went for her first ultrasound and looked forward to seeing the face of her baby for the first time. But while she certainly got a memorable experience, it wasn't exactly the kind that she anticipated. Tasmin Stenhouse was nearly 5 months pregnant when she went to the ultrasound and was bursting with excitement. But that excitement soon turned to shock as the black and white image showed the baby to have a scary skull for a head and seemingly no facial features. Tasmin, who hails from Scotland, said, "It was the appointment where they confirmed the gender that we got the scan photo where the skull appeared." She added, "It was one of the first clear images that we'd had of her. I showed my partner and his reaction was to burst out laughing." Thankfully, the couple welcomed their daughter into the world, and in reality, she doesn't look scary at all. They named the baby Jura and said that fortunately she has no demon head or skull-like features. Said the new mom, "She doesn't look scary, she's beautiful." Hollywood has produced a lot of fictitious movies about demonic babies. Luckily for Miss Stenhouse, her story will not inspire a new blockbuster thriller.
Sky News reports that the creator of a web tool designed to help internet users get around paywalls is facing criticism after creating his own pay service to cover his costs. Thomas Miller created the website 12foot.io, which allows people to avoid paying subscriptions to websites that restrict who can read them. Paywalls are a popular method of generating revenue within the news industry, partly due to that business losing a growing share of the advertising market to Google and Facebook. Paywalls have allowed news sites to pay their staff and remain profitable. Miller claims to have created the tool at the beginning of the COVID pandemic when he was doing research and found that 8 of the top 10 links on Google were paywalled. His tool works by effectively reconfiguring the user's web browser, so it appears to be a Google crawler. Sites will often share their full text with Google to achieve a higher ranking in Google search. Because 12foot.io doesn't actually modify the paywalled website, just the visitor's browser, it would not be considered an offense under the Computer Misuse Act. Mr. Miller is now asking people to voluntarily subscribe for $12 a month to cover his tool's costs. In a statement regarding the tool's future, he wrote, "Y'all are getting expensive. Bandwidth costs are getting high. help keep the site online by purchasing a subscription to 12 Foot Pro. He added, "It's my mission to clean the web, and I have big plans. Your $12 will go to funding the development of a better version of 12 Foot and to keeping the current service online." Mr. Miller did not respond to Sky News when asked if he would consider adding a paywall to 12 Foot so that the service could only be used by paying subscribers.
It seems that most businesses took a hit during the COVID pandemic, and even Las Vegas escorts were impacted. But when the NFL draft came to town, it meant that big money finally started to return to that industry. A 27-year-old licensed sex worker named Roxanne Price told TMZ Sports that she was so grateful for the revenue that the NFL draft brought her that month, she wanted to offer her services to the #1 overall pick, Travon Walker of the Jacksonville Jaguars, for free as a thank you gift. Price, the winner of Lover of the Year in 2017, works at the Chicken Ranch brothel just outside of Las Vegas. The ranch is a legal licensed brothel that sits on 40 acres of land. It features 17 beds as well as a separate building that contains 3 extensively decorated themed bungalows, catering to those customers wishing a more luxurious experience. At one point, there was even an airstrip on the premises which allowed small planes to land there. Ms. Price said that her offer comes with complimentary limo service and a promise to cater to Travon's fantasies. And if Mr. Walker's calendar is too busy following his big draft day, Price says not to worry. He can schedule a meeting for a future date. So, what happens after the draft in Vegas? Stays in Vegas?
RESPECT. Click the subscribe button and find out what it means to me. Nah, that doesn't have a ring to it. But if you like videos about real news stories that are funny, stupid, or weird, subscribe now.